Dan.
Dan's always a laugh. Like the fact you... Maybe I better not say it, actually.
No, you can, go on.
She tried to pinch Dan's phone.
You tried to pinch Daniel Radcliffe's mobile phone?
No.
Did she get it?
No.
Ah, do you imagine whose phone numbers are in there?
A lot.
I think he's got Britney Spears' number, you know.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you see, you're interested now, aren't you?
Yes.
There are over 650 children working as extras on the film. They come not only from stage schools, but local schools and theatre groups too. The scale of this aspect of production alone is phenomenal, as not only do they need feeding and clothing, they all have to have school lessons between filming, even if they are only here for just one day. But that doesn't apply to me, so I'm heading straight off to the set now that the construction workers have moved on and the paint is freshly dried. So this is it. This is Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. This is the place where my big break's going to happen. We're going to do my scene in here. And it's just incredible. The detail, as ever, is extraordinary. All the toys. And the thing that you can't get is it actually smells like a toy shop or a sweet shop. But the thing I love more than any of it, more than the anti-gravity hats, more than the dancing chickens, more than all the sweets, is this. 10-second pimple vanisher. I'm going to have me some of this. Brilliant. Weasley's Wizard Wheezes is the shop opened by Ron's twin brothers after they left Hogwarts. It's an emporium stuffed with over 40,000 packages and boxes, which took 15 people nearly a year to design and over 50 people to create. Now look, how extraordinary is your joke shop?
It's awesome. Yeah, it's kind of freaky having like a 20-foot version of you on the set.
Especially on Moves, yeah. It's great. I mean, I think it is one of the best sets throughout the whole series, let alone just on this film.
Obviously, you've been in there and you've had a look round. Have you got a favourite thing? Have you got a favourite part of it?
I think it's a mix-up between either there's a girl, like a model of a girl being sick.
Yeah,
which just keeps
the puking pastels.
Yeah, the puking pastels. And there's also the pimple concrete, I think.
Yeah, 10-second pimple vanisher.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
I've nicked some of that. Because I think that would be
It'd be a
worth
good
fortune
seller,
on
yeah.
the open market.
Talking of which, I wonder how much I could get for these. But enough of this wheeler dealing. I'm wondering whether Dan's got any tips for my big screen debut.
I think you should have just sort of played him as someone who's not necessarily a wizard and just totally confused by everything around him. That could have been good as well.
I could be confused.
Yeah, you could be showing your confused face. That's very good. Yeah.
I can do surprised.
That's very similar.
I can do confused and surprised.
Yeah. There's so much going on with the hands out of shot. I don't know if you can actually see it, but
Look, see,
Ben doesn't do
I haven't
expression.
even noticed my bling yet, as well.
I know, that's wizard bling, where it's made out of pewter rather than gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
It was once a tankard.
Now, I'm not here for all of them, but there are 5 days scheduled to film this scene, which will only run in the film for 1 minute and 22 seconds.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt, but Ben needs you on set.
Great, thanks.
Thank you.
This is it. A big moment. I'm going to go on to set now. I'm not sure you're going to get through the scaffold, so I'll see you on the other side.
Although I spend my working life in front of the camera, this is one of the most nerve-wracking things I've ever done. I'm only a small part of the background action, but I just don't want to make a mistake.
Ready, and background action!
In this scene, whilst Harry, Ron and Hermione are visiting Weasley's Wizard Wheezes, we see Lavender, Ron's love interest, for the first time.
Into the cauldron, handsome!
And that's me done. I wonder what director David Yates thought of my performance.
Now look.
Very good, listen. I've seen some first days, and that was one of the best I've seen, really. Very, very good. You're a real pro.
Do you think so?
Yeah, very natural, but vivid.
Which is an important part of it,
Completely,
isn't it?
yeah. You sort of blended into the background, but then you kind of made that character your own. So it was good. It was really natural, actually. It was perfect.
For those 5 seconds, I kind of owned,
those 5 seconds.
owned it. Do you think
it was
that?
5 seconds of Harry Potter.
But this is what I'm saying.
Prime
that I
time.
will always be in their film.
You will be in there forever. When people watch it on the telly and on satellite in years to come, you'll be there to show your grandkids. How cool is that?
So that went well.
Was Ben any good to me? He was,
It's not actually going to be used, though, is it? His stuff.
He did, all right, yeah.
think so.
After the performances given here today, he should be banned from all forms of media.
It's a good job we were in a joke shop, really.
It's lovely to meet him.
It was all right, yeah. I mean, nothing special, really.
Just don't think he's really cut out for the whole extra thing.
Definitely stick to presenting, yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys. I'm sure they're joking. You can make up your own mind after the break when we'll see the finished result. Plus, we'll be getting back to more serious matters as we discover how the dark forces are threatening life as we know it in the wizarding world. Welcome back. We've come behind the scenes on Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Everywhere you look, there's some form of magic, the darkest of which has its roots in the orphanage at the end of this street, which is home to the young Tom Riddle.
I must admit to some confusion upon receiving your letter, Mr. Dumbledore. In all the years Tom's been here, he's never once had a family visitor. There have been incidents with the other children, nasty things. Tom, you have a visitor.
Tom Riddle grows up to become the most evil wizard of all time, Lord Voldemort. Yet his first encounter with Dumbledore only hinted at the darkness that lay within.
There's this little boy in a sort of nursing home or a boys' home, and I go and talk to him, and he seems to be odd. And he's played by Ray Fiennes' nephew.
So the actual Voldemort?
So the actual Voldemort, the young man's been played by his nephew. I think it's brilliant.
When you're casting for kids, you turn every stone, you look in every direction. And Hero had done a little bit of acting before, and I was aware of him, so I thought he was an interesting kid and got him in to have a go.
You're the doctor, aren't you?
No. I'm a professor.
I think that why these films have been so successfully cast is because they're always cast for the right quality and for no other reasons. Hero is a great kid and a really good actor, and he was the right kid to play the part. The fact that his uncle is Ray Fiennes is neither here nor there. He got the part for him, Hero, completely on his own merit.
She wants me looked at. I think I'm different.
Well, perhaps they're right.
I'm not mad.
Hogwarts is not a place for mad people. Hogwarts is a school. School of magic.
It was the day job of Dave Legino that made him an intriguing choice when casting Greyback, one of Voldemort's henchmen.
It was really interesting with Dave because when I met him I did think you're just a lovely gentle bloke, but then when I talked to him about his life and his other career, I suddenly thought maybe you're not quite as gentle as I think you are.
Just explain what you do day to day, what your everyday job is.
Well, I'm a cage fighter, professional cage fighter for the past 2 years.
Which, for anybody that might not know what cage fighting is, it's exactly what you say, isn't it? There's a cage on a stage, and you go in and you fight.
Go and so 2 men enter, and 2 men leave as well.
Yeah.
So that's
yeah.
And but mixed martial arts is a proper term for it, where all the combat sports in the world are combined, and you can use any technique you want.
What Dave has is an ability to switch his head to a certain angle whereby he can completely understand someone who's as ferocious and mercenary as Greyback the werewolf.
It's an extraordinary character. Tell me about Greyback. Who is he and where's he from?
Well, he's an untransformed werewolf. He feels like he's an outcast, and he's shunned by society for being a werewolf. And so rather than wanting to join in with them, he wants to infect as many people as possible, especially young children, so they grow up and being a werewolf becomes the norm.
He's a world champion kickboxer.
That's right, cage fighter, yes.
So I sort of...
In real life?
I've met him. He seems quite an amiable man, but I didn't go too near him. Close. He looks terrifying. He looks like a sort of a shark, that sort of dead-eyed.
Piercing.
And so I stayed well away from him.
He's a big, tough guy. I could have him, you struggle. Yeah. But I've almost no idea what the guy actually looks like.
Seriously?
I've only seen him once.
It doesn't matter how close you get to Dave, you can't tell what's real and what's not. Even though I've met him in the flesh and he's a lovely guy and a very handsome chap and all the rest of it, I cannot look him in the eye when he's fully robed up.
Really?
No, it's terrifying.
But off-screen, these two have actually found something in common.
Well, I've become friends with Tom. I tell people I've got this, little blonde in my trailer, but it's actually Tom Felton. And we sit there, we both play guitar on the night shoot.
So there's